Hey, yay, what's up, everybody? What's up, collectibles and comic book community? It's your boy, Rich Taylor, aka Spec Media, bringing you another episode of Buy the Dip. We are on episode 17.1, 17 being the episode, and obviously we didn't show up yesterday, so 0.1 being the extra day. So let's go ahead and thank you guys for joining us. I will get to the chat in 1 second. Let me bring up my brother from another mother, my main man, Aaron YeeZeeYee. What's up, Aaron? How you doing, my man?
Chilling. Glad to be here. Sorry for the delay. I had band practice yesterday. We're playing out of town, so we want to make sure our set's like nice and sharp, tight.
Nice.
Yeah.
Where are you playing?
Corpus Christi, where Joe lives.
How far is that from you?
Like 6 hours.
6 hours. Wow.
I think something like that.
Wow, that's crazy. That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Hey, Heroes Reborn Comics, thank you for joining us. Appreciate it. He says, what is up? What up, buddy? Nova J, man, I haven't seen you in a while. Good to see you, brother. He says, yeah. Ariel, it says, congrats on 900 subscribers. Thank you very much. We really appreciate that. We're going to have a giveaway at the end of this live stream, and I will be giving, or we will, we will be giving away a copy of Earth X 12, and to go with it, you're going to get a copy of what is that? Where the hell is that damn thing? Marvel preview of the Earth X characters' first prototype sketch appearances, or whatever your guys are calling that nowadays. So you're going to get that set if you win in the raffle. Thank you guys for 900. What's up?
Do you want the giveaway to be as if you just participate in the chat, you get an entry? Is that how you want it set up?
Yeah, we'll figure it out. You're usually really good at that, so
okay.
I provide the gifts, you provide the
else. So if you participate in the live chat, just say something in the live chat and you're entered into this giveaway.
Righteous Flipper, what up, man? Yeah. Say that one more time, Aaron. Say it one more time.
Okay, so for our giveaway, all you have to do to participate, just write something in the live chat right now, or throughout the show, and then we'll do the drawing at the end. And then I'll give something away for anyone that leaves a comment after we're not live. So if you're watching this on the rewind, and then I'll announce what I'm giving away at the beginning of next week's show.
Nice. Yeah. Appreciate you, brother. Yeah. And congratulations to Kirby Carpenter and Josh Crimson Tide something, I can't remember. Both got word from both of them, Aaron, that they both received their giveaways, the LeBron and then the Art Adams 125 lot. So that's pretty cool.
I forgot who won my giveaway. Oh wait, actually I have them written down.
So while you're looking for that, let's go ahead and get to Righteous Flippers. He's got a lot to say. He says, sorry, deeply disagree with the notion that comics are on the rebound. It's the economy. Two buyers out there, the ones who believe market is in the downfall and now is the time to buy. They spending money that 1-to-1. Gotcha. Ferdy says, word, Richie. Righteous goes on and says they should be saving away due to economic uncertainty, and the other groups is about ready to blow money that they barely have, but are intent on still spending regardless of economic market. And then he goes on and says, most shows or spec shows all suggesting to buy while prices drop. Market is also driven by this mentality. Speculation on buying on price drop is a hell of a drug. Okay. And then he continues and says, best thing to do is buy cheap and imply cheap, like bulk deals, collections, and people just selling because they need money. I'm sorry, but I'm taking advantage of that right. Pawn shops killing it. Oh, man. And this is 1 of 5. So he's got a bunch of comments on here. Okay. So he says comic stores doing that too. That's 1 of 5. Been buying Blu-ray collections, NES, SNES, that's the Super Nintendo collections, anime, DVD, Blu-ray, comic locked, and boxes left and right. Economy is crushing people. Collector not buying, they selling for money. Okay, Righteous. yeah, lot to say there, brother. Would appreciate it next time you put that in the comments, and then we can start a chat. But hey, you know what? You actually took time to put all this in there. You actually even put in the 1 of 1, 1 of 2, 1 of 3, 1 of 4, 1 of 5, 1 of 6. I've never seen that before doing this, so thank you for that. Appreciate it. A lot of good, lot to swallow, a lot to digest there. Righteous Flipper, man, you should do a YouTube channel, bro. You got a lot to say. Very good. Planet Arizona Comics said, hey, what up, man? Holding it down with the wrench. He says, well, let's hope so. I have 5 auctions up on eBay. Your boy, the alien. Cheers, brother. Thank you very much. Cheers. Yo. Jersey the Baby continues, says, how about that Wimby card, that pink one? Yeah, I got it over here somewhere. I'll show it during pickups. I'm pretty excited about it. I was telling Aaron backstage, he's like, what up? I'm like, dude, I'm still buzzing from that Wimby hit. Like I'm still like on a rush. Cosmic One, what up, man? He says, what up, guys? H&H, thank you. He's saying what's up to Planet AZ. Planet AZ, good guy. Says, hey, H&H, sorry I couldn't chat during Lords of Longbox, TiVo, Laura, I mean JB, good people over there. Make sure you're subbed up to Lords of the Longbox. TiVo's a good guy. It's his channel over there. Righteous Flipper says working on it. So, all right. Well, make sure you tell us, Righteous, when you get your YouTube channel. I'll be sure to sub you up and hang out. And then BMMMRLM says, hey, love your By the Dip. Appreciate that. Thank you very much. All right. Very cool.
Oh, okay. I remember my people now. So shout out to Ariel Estorante. Sorry if I butchered the last name. And Dwayne Scott. So they messaged me a while ago saying that they got their giveaways. The Star Wars negative covers and the Bobby Witt Jr. and Junior Caminero PSA 9s? Question mark? I think they were 9s. Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot. Aaron is like Mr. Deep Pockets. So, so next time you guys want to do a giveaway, once you start putting in recommendations or maybe requests of what you want given away, maybe Aaron will buy you a car, maybe a Hulk 181.98. I mean, who knows?
See, I'm still waiting on my car from Epic Nation. So like
I don't know that joke. What's going on? Your car, like he sells cars?
Epic Nation? No, he was doing car rentals like of exotic cars and stuff like that. But then he was like scamming people and it was just taking their money. Yeah.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. But that's another story for a different channel.
Yep. All right, let's get into it. We have By the Dip. This is episode 17.1. And as you guys know, we always go over last week's House of Stein original Hot 10 show, By the Dip list that Aaron and I and Ben put together every single Friday night. So let's get into that. Aaron will be doing the analysis on that, and let's go. So right here we have Adam, Legend of the Blue Marvel, issue number 1, specifically in a CGC 9.8. What's going on here, Aaron?
All right, so Adam of the Blue Marvel number 1, CGC 9.8 hit the price of $560 this past Friday. So
that's the lowest? Is it the lowest or
I can double check GPA on that, but
pretty sure Ben said when he was,
I think it was like what, the lowest since 2020 or something like that.
Something like that, yeah. Like since right before the pandemic, like
yeah.
So
I want to say somewhere. I'm looking it up right now. But have you ever owned this book?
Yeah, I own this book in a CBCS 9.6. I just bought it straight off of my comic shop auctions. I got it for like, I think during that time it was 2021, and I got no, it was 2022, summer 2022. I got it for I think close to $400, and I think the 9.6 CGCs were going for like 500 at that time. So I figured it was like a pretty even trade because the CBCS drop of 20% or whatever. And then all of a sudden, I just watched the market just continuously just on this book just go. So now 9.8s are basically what I could have got it for back then if I would have waited. So, that's why I like the show. I mean, this show has helped me tremendously, and I'm not just trying to toot our own horn or pump anything. It's got me thinking about a lot of stuff, and just to let you know, I'm not the only person that comes to the table with this stuff. Aaron comes to the table with this stuff with real hard, good data. Ben Stein does. Brian comes at times. Joe comes at times with all, the 4 different lists we have. So it really gets you to start watching the market more on a regular basis when you don't even really try to. You know what I mean? You know what I'm talking about?
Yes. Okay, so I have GPA open now. So in 2020, the low for this book was $400. The high was $17.25. We can fast forward to 2023. The low was $730. The high was $1,200. And then this year, the low is $560 with a high of $800. These are all 9/8s.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
So that's the average prices of the year so far. So
if you want a 9/8, are you buying in now or are you continuously waiting? I'm not saying you do, obviously, but I'm saying if you were looking for this book in a 9/8.
I mean, $560 is an attractive price, especially like I don't think it'll ever hit that low of 400 again.
Right.
Especially with the historical like highs of what people were paying for at one point in time in like 21 and 22. But I mean, even if you take that part out of the equation and just consider 23 to 20 and 20, like it's will it hit a high of 1,200 again like this year? I doubt it. Unless like there's some like crazy news, right, or crazy rumor,
right?
But I don't even think like even if they use like Blue Marvel and like animation, I don't think that's going to move the.
See, that's where I disagree, and this is what I was saying before the show. I think we've had this book on the list before. It was on Ben's list. And I remember I said this exact thing. I feel this about this character. I feel like if this character shows up in animation or live action, this book is going to pop. I'm not saying that's I'd say 90% of the books probably is very short term if it does, and typically is not really the best investment long term. But with this book, I feel like this book is just waiting to erupt. And as soon as this character is adapted into animation or live action in the MCU, I feel like this book could actually explode. And it helps it that the fact that Comic-Con has it listed estimated orders just over 17K. So you figure, 22K or under, there's just not a lot copies out there. I mean, maybe there is. I mean, if Mercenaut can find one for like $5, the half price store, I guess there is. But yeah, I just feel like this is that one character in that one book. I think everything sets up for a regular cover, no variant, mini series for #1 issue on the cover, origin, first appearance in the book, and a low print run. I would definitely consider this low print run. I feel like this character could actually explode if it gets adapted to live action MCU or animation.
Hey, so
all right,
this is interesting.
Mm-hmm.
There's a 9/9 on the census.
No way.
And it's sold in 2015 for $81.
Oh my goodness. If you are the purchaser or seller of that 9/9 Blue Marvel $81 book, please contact us. We want to get you on the show. We want to talk to you, and we will hook you up with comic books. We want to know what the market was like then, and kind of like how you're feeling now in the sense. It would be really cool if you're out there. You're probably not. I'm probably just blowing hot air up there, but and I'll definitely hook you up with some swag. And
I'm kind of curious. I'm kind of curious to know if the buyer is out there though.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. The buyer or the seller. We'll take either one.
Yeah, because there's only one on the census of a 9/9 existing.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I understand. All right, let's move on to the next book. Ooh, we have Spawn 174, specifically in a CGC 9/8. Gunslinger is the character that is key about this issue. What's going on here, Aaron?
All right, so this time last year, the average fair market value was $816 in the CGC 9/8. 2 sales this past week, and the fair market value is now $568, and that is down 37%. Completely insane. Like, like I got a copy of this for like $250 right before pandemic, and then I held on to it for a little bit, and then as soon as I saw that uptick that it was basically like doubled or something like that, I was like kind of like, oh, I'm gonna sell this. I think I sold it for like $600, somewhere
Oh,
around there. And I was
wow.
like, I was on top of the world. I was like, kind of like, I was like, awesome. I was like, I was like, I think this is like one of my first bigger flips I've done. So I was like super proud of myself. But then like when it hit that $1,000 price tag, I was kind of like, oh, shoot me now. I sold too early. And then it was always teetering around that price. And then, you know, like last year, you could see that the fair market value was $800, and I was like, kind of like, still, it was still kind of hurtful. But then, like, when I see it's approaching back to the price I sold it at, I don't feel as bad now. But yeah,
Interesting. Yeah, cool character. Wasn't there something going on with this character recently? I know there was a new gunslinger in like 307 or 308. That was that McFarlane open to order cover that he didn't put the art until like an hour after FOC, and then it went crazy, and then did a second.
because no one ordered it, and then it went to like multiple printings.
Yeah, and I mean, it was like at one point I think I saw $50-$60 raw, and then it like hovered around like 40-50 during the pandemic, of course. And then now it's like a 10, or not now, but after the pandemic, it was like a $5 to $20 book. And then recently, in the last 3 weeks, 3 to 4 weeks, I've been seeing that particular issue, that gunslinger cover for, I think it's 307. I want to say 308, but maybe it's 307.
I thought it was,
That thing moving.
I thought it was 306.
Maybe it is 306. I don't know. It's cover B. So
are you talking about where it's just like the headshot of Gunslinger Spawn, right?
No, it's the whole
Oh.
body. The whole body is kind of the profile, and in the guts, it's like the first new gunslinger. So
Okay. And then also notate on this book, on the bottom left corner, you'll see Spawn written out. It is misspelled. Every single copy is like that. Do not buy it because it's an error, because they're all errors, and they didn't recall it. So just so
you're just doing like a buyer's beware in case somebody tries to upsell on the
right. Yeah, don't let someone upsell you that it's an error book, because they're all error books.
Gotcha.
Yeah, they never corrected it, and so yeah.
Good to know. Yeah. All right, let's move on. Spider-Gwen. This is issue number 24, cover A, first print, specifically in a CGC 9.8. This looks like a tough book. I wonder how many is in the census. What's going on here, Aaron?
All right, so Spider-Gwen 24, CGC 9.8, from 2017, from April of 2023 to May of 2023. The fair market value was $156. It is now from March of 2024 to April of 24. The fair market value is now $77. So it's down about 51%.
Wow.
Yeah.
And I think we all agreed, like, we're still not buying in on this, right? We're looking for the second print.
Looking for second prints. I mean, I feel like if it was like $50, I would probably buy this. Like $50-$60. If I was at a con, I could get that.
Like,
like $50-$60 in cash or whatever. Like, I would buy that all day. Like,
oh yeah.
I mean, with the all black cover, like, it's definitely hard to get in a 9.8. And you know, with I guess with always the debates of like, do cover appearances count as first appearances? Like, I mean, I hate to say that there's always a rule for that, but like something like Deadpool Secret Wars #2, like the Gwenom cover, you know, there's that, but she's never inside in the interior. And then, you know, Guardians of Nowhere, that has a Gwenom cover. Does that count?
Interesting.
If you're reading this Spider Gwen run, the symbiote does attach to her body in like issue 18, and then there's a venomized version of that cover too as well.
I think it's 19, right? 19.
Is it 18 or 19?
I thought it was 19. It was also the first appearance of that like doctor. But yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it's somewhere within that run. But like, yeah, I like this too because this book in particular, because it's like towards the end of the run. It's 24, so there's only 34 issues in this run.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Very cool.
But yeah, if they do more with the Gwynnum stuff, I feel like, or if they do more with Spider-Gwen, I feel like they'll eventually get into the Gwynnum storylines because of how prevalent it is in the comics.
Yeah, that's a good point. I mean, I guess I'm not like, waiting for the, what do they say, the roosters to crow on that one, or I don't know the term, but like,
I'm not counting my
chickens before they hatch, but
yeah.
Whatever the deal is, but like you were saying, if I walk into a shop and this guy has this $50 on the wall, okay, and I know I'm not paying shipping, and I'm probably going to get no tax because they know us, or give us 10% off. But let's just say $50 with tax. You're walking out of there with a $56, $55 slab for something like this. Okay, I'll do that. Okay, but I'm not paying 50, 60 online. I'm paying the
tax
and the shipping, and then have to like worry about even if it's going to get here. I just don't want to do that. Now, $25, I think it's worth the wait. So,
yeah.
So,
I don't know if it'll. Yeah, I don't know if it'll ever dip that low though.
Yeah, no, you're right. Mojo Quit says, "What's happening, Peach? What's up, Mojo? Appreciate you." Planet AZ says, "I don't think the Gunslinger series helps this book. Sometimes less is more." I always say that about cleaning and pressing. Less is more. I always say that. Nice. I love that. Good comment.
But you got to build up your crowd too. Your following.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Planet AZ says there's a good second print for the Spider-Gwen. Yes, we agree. We talked about it on Friday night. I think that would probably be our book that we'd be looking for if we had our choice. But hey, what up, buddy? He says, "Sup, fellas? Congrats on 900. Thank you very much. Appreciate you. Let's see here. Florida Brooklyn says, "Don't look a rooster in the mouth before they lay their eggs." Oh man, I wish I had a cock-a-doodle-doo sound effect, man. That'd be awesome. All right, what up, Florida Brooklyn? Thank you for joining. I haven't seen you in the chat in a while. I'm really happy to see you. Thank you for joining us. All right, let's move on to the next one here. We have Thor from the 2014 series, issue number 1. Specifically in a CGC 9.8. This is your first cover appearance of Jane Foster as Thor. And I believe this is like in the guts, like a second cameo or something. I don't know. What's going on here, Aaron? This book used to be a monster.
Yeah. So in April of 2023, the average fair market value was about $100. And then the average fair market value is $63 with a low sell of 46.
Wow. So 46.
So it's down 37%.
Jeez.
Yeah.
I have a feeling it's not done.
Oh yeah. I thought it was kind of humorous when people were buying this book. I don't know. Just I guess it is what it is, right? Kind of situation. I mean, I didn't expect like any of the crowd to fall in love with this character.
Well, let's put all the cards on the table here. Let's all agree that what's his name, the director for Thor 4 and
Taika Waititi.
He butchered this movie, and no pun intended for Gore the God Butcher. He butchered Gore the God Butcher. He butchered what was Russell Crowe's character? Hercules? Was that Hercules? So I mean, it was just like a it was almost like a joke fest. I don't know if they broke the fourth wall. If I was like looking at if I watched that movie for 30 seconds, I would think it would be a fourth wall breaking kind of movie, Deadpool kind of jokester movie. Oh man, he ruined that movie, and he ruined this character all the way down the source material, in my opinion.
Well, I mean, they in interviews they were even kind of laughing about it, that they never read source material, so that they just use the characters and names and likeness, I guess, or whatever.
Yeah, I was I saw that interview with both of them, and it wasn't Entertainment Tonight. I can't remember who it was, but the actual trade that did that interview, they have their own YouTube channel with like 1 million subscribers. And right when it dropped, I was probably maybe an hour after it dropped, I put a comment in there and I go, this is the most disgraceful, disgusting thing. And the movie hadn't dropped yet, as you know. This makes me not excited to see Thor 4. Makes me worried when they were bragging about how they didn't freaking read the comics. And I think even Chris Hemsworth was like, well, I did read what do you say? The Journey into Mystery Pictures or so. I just, they're like chuckling. And I was like, I can't believe this. And all these people in the comments, all these fanboys and girls that are just on Hemsworth and Taika Waititi's nuts were just demolishing me in the comments until like maybe 2 or 3 days later through the weekend, the comic book people started getting up in there. Man, it was such a good conversation, but that made me scared. And I was like, I was so excited. I loved Ragnarok. I thought it was a little different and I thought it was cool. I was like, okay, if you're going to stick to that, because Ragnarok was riding that fine line where it was almost corny, but it was good corny. Like it made sense with all those characters like Grandmaster, you know what I mean? Like,
Where's quirky enough to
quirky
make it,
enough. Exactly.
yeah, right. Yeah.
But then when they got into 4, I think they crossed that line. They just went way overboard and it just got really cheesy.
Right. Because with mythic gods like that, right, there's two approaches, like to either take it super goofy or it's like super serious, right?
Yeah. Planet AZ says, while I love Jane Foster Thor, I sold the whole 8-issue run when the first trailer dropped and never looked back. Hey man, kudos to you, bro. Nice one. H&H says, worst part about that movie, being Thor 4, Thor Love and Thunder, was that it did not take any of the perils seriously. Totally agree. Hey, Polly's Hideout, what up, man? Thank you for joining us. Appreciate it. He says the God Butcher and God Bomb stories were the best Thor stories I've read. I saw the trailer for Love and Thunder. It practically represented nothing. It practically represented everything wrong with modern Hollywood superhero flicks. Yeah, I 100% agree with you. Even the King Thor stuff is really good. Where Gore the God Butcher becomes, what's he becoming? He becomes Gore he becomes a god, and he's something I can't remember his name, but it's like I can't remember. I don't even want to try. But yeah, great comment. Thank you, Paulie. Appreciate it. Welcome, Jay Carter. What up, man? He says Love and Thunder was so bad. I like Taka. YTD obviously typically, but everything about the movie was poor. Totally agree. Yeah, boy, the alien says it's crazy how one movie was so good and the next one was so bad. Yeah, totally. Gore isn't the right villain for a quirky movie. 100%. You think? I mean, he got his family butchered, and then he wants revenge, and it's like cheeseball movie. Max City, what up, man? He says Tesla lays off 14,000 employees, and many more companies continue with layoffs, but we think collectibles are bouncing back. Nah, hope folks are doing okay financially. Okay, thank you for that, Mac. Appreciate it. All right, let's move on. All right, this was the number one buy the dip. I guess you can say collectible. This is the Spawn Funny Car, and this is supposedly like a $75,000 to $80,000 car normally. What happened here, Aaron? It's sold for like a low amount. Where was it sold? Who sold it? What's happening here?
So Todd McFarlane owns this funny car, and he sold it on Whatnot, and it sold for $19,850 plus tax plus $5 shipping. And
$5 shipping. Was he like driving around the corner?
I
Started
have
out,
no
that's
idea.
$5 worth of gas.
Well, it's not street legal, so that's a
Yeah.
notation. And then I
Yeah.
think it had a flat tire and something else was wrong with it, if I'm not mistaken. I so a brand new funny car costs like $75,000. And then like if you're including the pit crew and all that stuff, if you're trying to build a team, that's about like a $2 million investment. So like I was kind of shopping around a little bit longer on websites where you can buy funny cars for for the what is it, the MPHRA or something like that. And there one that's legal for that, for the rules that are current, I think is around $40,000, like a used one, like someone that had previously owned. But something like this that's like specialized, you would think it would go for a little bit more, right?
Right.
Than like even if one was like 40,000, right?
My question though to you is, just to add to what you're just saying right now, is why in the hell is he promoting and selling this on Whatnot Evolved? They must have hooked him up on the back end, right? I mean, that's the only reason why, right?
It's probably a promo thing. If he's seriously trying to get enough capital to do like a streaming service to make his movie, like whatever he's doing, like he's obviously in need of the cash, so I would assume it's something for that, like for that. But and then he was even saying, like, I guess on stream, that this was the second one. But yeah.
Wow. I bet you he has a baby. I bet you he has probably another one.
Probably, but I mean, still, like,
might not be a funny car, but it's probably definitely something souped up. Look at this thing; it's got Gatling guns on it.
Yeah.
What the fuck? What's that thing up there? What is that? Like a rocket launcher next to it? Jesus. I mean, if you're driving that car and you can't win the race with all those guns and stuff, I don't know.
I know, like shooting out tires and stuff like that. So, but
all right, yeah, that was really fun. I'm really glad Aaron brought this up last week. This was huge, very cool part of the show last week and into this week. So appreciate you, Aaron. That was a good one. All right, let's get into our list, Aaron and I's list. Christopher Jones just subbed up. I appreciate it. I saw that. Thank you very much. Really appreciate it. He says, I remember when Todd first got this funny car. Badass. All right, cool, man. I'm glad you like it. And shout out to Aaron, man. He killed it last week. He brought so much to the table on the back end and the front end of the show. Make sure you guys are checking us out on the House of Stein YouTube channel. Let's go ahead and take a look at his channel real quick here. Let's see. I got this on pause. As you can see here, let's get this off here. There we are right there. Aaron, or actually, I'm not there, but that's Joe. I don't know what's going on with YouTube, but let's get into the House of Stein channel here. Make sure you guys subscribe to Ben's channel. Such a good community member. He's a good friend. He's a great coworker, co-host. Love working with him. I know Aaron does. All five of us, we get along really, really well. I don't think we've ever had an issue. We've all been together for about 4 years now. I know Brian and Ben have been longer, maybe about a year longer, but yeah, I mean, we have a good crew there. All positive. It's very healthy debate between us. We disagree on almost every other thing, and we're all really close friends, and we're doing good things. So.
I feel like that's the difference, though, like versus like other group chats. Like whenever we're criticizing each other, we're not like, it's like kind of like, it's not hurting our feelings, right? We're not taking it personal. Like we're discussing it out as adults, like
exactly
that enjoy comics. So
and I'm just saying, just putting that out there. That's just who we are behind stage, backstage, and off cam and mic. Aaron and I, and then Brian, Ben and Joe. We just we keep to our own the best we can, and when it comes to us five, we have good chemistry.
Well, I like how our group chat's not cluttered with like a bunch of stuff too. Like it
Oh
usually
yeah.
like it focuses around like I mean like we do mention stuff that we all know that we'll all enjoy collectively, but then like it still focuses around like mainly just like the show, right?
Totally agree. Totally agree.
Yeah.
So, all right, good, well said. Good words there by Aaron. Let's move in to our list for Buy the Dip episode 17.1, brought to you by, of course, Gemini Comic Supply. Make sure you guys are using those discount codes if you are sending any kind of collectible literature through the mail, UPS, FedEx, DHL. Use Popcorn99, all one word, for 10% off your next purchase. There's a bonus code, SSP99, like super short print. 99. We'll give you an additional 10% off on your next order. You can use both codes, but you can't use them at the same time. Make sure you subscribe to our channel. If you can give us a thumbs up, we really appreciate it. I know a lot of you guys forget. I forget sometimes. I try to always remember, but it's all good. And if you have any comments, feedback, positive or constructive criticism, or you just want to get a debate going, leave us a comment. We will get right back to you. We love chopping it up with you guys in that comment section. And if you want to share our content, we'd be greatly appreciative. Tag Spec Media, all one word with 2 S's, and I'll make sure that if you have a secondary market store, or you have a brand, or you're a retailer, or you have an IG that needs to get some followers, or a YouTube channel needs subs, I'll put you out there. So make sure you do that, and you tag SSPEC Media, Spec Media, 2 S's. All right, let's get into number 5. Buy the Dip book of April 16th, episode 17.1. Let's go. Number 5. We are looking at XMen number 9. This is from volume 1. Specifically, in all the grades I found, CGC 8.0. I found that the CGC 8.0 is not only down the most for a presentable, I guess you could say, copy that I'd be, at least me personally, I'd be happy with, and also a possible purchasing opportunity here for a little bit of equity build. So we have XMen number 9 from the 1963 volume 1 series, Marvel Comics, CGC 8.0, very fine. This is your first XMen and Avengers meeting, okay? January 2023, for the 6-month average through around 4th of July of 2023, average fair market value for an 8.0 for this really nice key issue XMen is $960 US. Now we're looking at the same book on the same grade, 8.0. This month, average fair market value now $720 US, down 25%, with a recent sale here on March 3rd of $710. Everything that's going on with after the writer's strike, and so many MCU live action and animation projects either shifting, changing, canceling, new ones popping up. I keep hearing, I haven't heard any news from Marvel or any trades, but I keep hearing these scoopers theorizing, not rumoring, but theorizing this X-Men Avengers stuff. And usually it's like a what do they call that? Recirculating rumor that happens every 3 years. This is no based on any rumors. A lot of people want to see X-Men versus the Avengers. What do you think about this, Aaron?
Oh, that's a good play on this. I personally like any Silver Age main Marvel titles. You know, like for instance, like the X-Men run. You know, if you can find issues 1 through 50 in high grade, I don't know why you're not picking them up, right?
Oh yeah,
yeah. So I mean, like, yeah. So for especially with like X-Men and Avengers, like X-Men coming to the MCU, I feel like there is going to be that kind of torch passing situation where you have the exit out of the Avengers, and then you have X-Men showing up. You have to start the Secret Wars somehow, right? At some point in time. But I don't feel like it's going to be purely like Secret Wars from 84 or Secret Wars from 2015. I feel like it's a mashup with like Avengers versus X-Men, you know, any kind of conflict stories of teams.
Yeah, I have to agree because, and on top of that, the MCU does their default spin on every character from the source material, right? So
Right, but I mean, because
yeah,
at this
it's
point, like, I don't ever expect to see a shot for shot anything from the
right.
comics. Maybe like a
Oh,
scene here or
yeah.
there, but nothing like full on story, like,
Yeah,
or just
totally agree. Totally agree.
yeah.
It's just source material. And MCU made established that back in 2008 with Iron Man. If you go to the A to Z official Marvel handbook, you can find out a lot of stuff. I read those all the time about characters that haven't joined yet, or D-list characters in vintage comics. They also talk about continuities from the animation to the live action to comic books, and they say it in there that this is their own universe. So in the MCU, Feige and those guys, they know that, so that kind of gives them carte blanche to put whatever twist they want on these characters, and or the source material stories if they want to twist each way. Do they do it good is the right question though. Do they do it right? Sometimes not. Most of the time not.
But I mean, like, especially with something like the X-Men animated series, those are just story arcs from Uncanny X-Men titles and stuff like that. So it's
Right.
like the complete opposite of what MCU live action is doing. Like, just basing it off of source material versus it actually being the basis of a storyline for the source material.
Give me
So
1 second, bro. Sorry. Give me 1
okay.
second.
So I think that's probably the difference between X-Men 97 versus like anything you get in live action. Let's see those.
Yeah, I heard you. I totally
Oh
agree.
yeah, I was reading the chat. They announced the mutants coming back in.
All right, sorry about that, guys. My dog, I think he's a jealous type.
Wants all the attention.
Every time I'm doing this, or I have a friend over, or I'm doing something, he's just always like, meow, meow. It's like, oh god,
See, this show is late enough where my dog's like already asleep.
jeez. So that's Aaron telling me, hurry your ass up. All right, let's go.
No, it's fine. Like,
No, I'm playing.
yeah.
All right. I want to get to Adam's comment. He says, Avengers versus X-Men is where I think they want to go. Eventually, I can see them doing it in an animation. And I commented on that. It's a good comment. Thank you, Spec Media, with the success of X-Men 97. This is Adam, of course. I think Disney wants to double down on X-Men right now. Yeah, it's probably not the worst hedge, right? I mean, I think a lot of people are craving X-Men, and this has been it's like a breath of fresh air in a sense. Even though we've already had the animation from back in the day, but I think it's really good. I'm enjoying it. I finished episode 2, so pretty excited. Planet Arizona Comics says, I just hope I'm alive when the stupid X-Men movie eventually comes out. I was thinking the same thing, man. We're getting old. Didn't they announce the mutants were coming back in 2019? Yes, but then you had a pandemic, and then you had a writer's strike, and then you had an actors guild strike. So
Well,
a lot of things happened, and big characters in the MCU died or they left. So
I thought they just hinted at X-Men was coming, like when they announced Phase 4. Wasn't that what it was?
yeah, I felt like no, I don't. That was at San Diego Comic-Con 2019. I don't remember them talking about mutants there.
Like, I thought it was something at the end of the presentation of when they were talking about each of the
When
properties.
does Feige go, you want to talk about mutants or something like that on stage?
Or
And
it's something like, yeah, it's something like that. Like, I don't think it was an official announcement, but everyone took it as like, oh, the mutants are coming or whatever.
right.
And so that's when everyone just like kind of like, this is where I think they're going, blah blah blah.
Yeah. Nova J says, I just heard that Marvel's doing a new Annihilation storyline for 2099. In the comics, brother? That would be great, man. The Annihilation storylines. I think Annihilation storyline. They're leaving money on the table if they don't adapt that. But thank you, Nova, for that one. All right, let's move on to number 4. Ooh, so this book's already moving on the secondary, and that's one of the reasons why I put it on here. So we have Uncanny X-Men number 256, direct edition, specifically in a CGC 9.8. This is from volume 1, but it was published 1989, Marvel Comics. This is your first appearance of the new Psylocke, and she's on the cover. Looking at prices on a 90-day average, I was looking at this one from January to, actually it was 60-day average. January to March of 2023, average fair market value was actually a really solid 160. Many sales around 155 and a couple around 175. There was actually one around 200, but it came out to 160. Now, and this book is moving on eBay. I'm not going to lie. This book is considered trending up because there's a lot of copies moving off eBay right now, and some other marketplaces that I noticed when I was doing the data. But let's move on here. What this book is selling for now. So this book now is selling for $105. We're looking at a 90-day average of beginning of January through April of this month. Average fair market value now $105 US, down 34%, and it's moving up. I think I saw a sale today for $129, which is the highest sale since last year. What do you think about this, Aaron?
Personally, I like the Newman's Annual number 2 book. There's something about that pink cover that just pops, right? But I get it. Like, you have the first cover on here, on a main title, and it's not an annual. So
yeah,
I don't know what the correct book is the one to have for this situation.
Right.
But I mean, like, if you're gonna hedge your bets, like, just bet on both. Like,
yeah, like Aaron was saying, New Mutants Annual number 2. So that is your first. Betsy Braddock is Captain Britain, and then in US Comics, and then you have Captain Britain. She first appears here. She there's a couple of things that happen with her and with Jim. I think Jim Lee is doing the cover right of this, but I could be wrong. But a couple of things happen with her. In this run, like, she not only becomes the new Psylocke, but she also has another outfit where she's working with the hand, and yeah, it's really interesting. There's a couple key issues with her involved around this 256 number. I like this book. I think $105 I'm buying in on this one if I can find $105 right now. Yeah, see what happens. I'm not going to flip at 150 unless I need to move stock or move books. But I mean, if the book is already, like I said, it's down, but then this book has been moving all week because of all the X-Men 97 stuff. What happens when this character goes to live action or comes up, as the main character of an animation or something like that? This book could be a 200+ book in CGC 9.8, in my opinion. So,
but Psylocke has been in live action for a Fox film.
Yeah, but that, I mean, well, actually, Olivia Munn, yeah, she was, but I mean, first of all, it was Fox, so different than the MCU, but still, I mean, I think a lot of the reason Wolverine keys are so expensive is because of those damn movies,
Right, exactly. So you can't just say just because it's on Fox,
right? Yeah,
right,
no,
right.
I agree.
Especially like New Mutants 98 and all that. So I think it, I think the general audience that's buying books like that doesn't care what studio is putting it out.
What year was that? 2014, 15?
What, the Dark Phoenix? Is it the Dark Phoenix movie?
No, it was
or was it the X-Men?
It was a dude from X Factor, Apocalypse.
What movie was that?
That was X-Men Apocalypse.
Oh, X-Men Apocalypse.
Yeah, Olivia Munn plays Psylocke. She actually does a really good job. It's actually a really good costume. I really wish they would have done something with the mask, but it was fine because she's in the comics. She's very beautiful, and Olivia Munn's beautiful, whatever, and athletic or whatever. And I thought they did a good job, but it was not focused. 2016. Okay, so 7.5 years ago. So it wasn't really focused on Psylocke. She's just more of like a back. She was like
side character.
Yeah, she was like in the background. She was the
supporting character,
supporting bodyguard of Apocalypse that never spoke, and it was kind of lame how they did that. And I think that kind kind of messed that up. I don't think it had anything to do with Olivia Munn. I think it had everything to do with the script writing. That's
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
Awesome Sauce says Olivia Munn is so like what's the best part of the Apocalypse Mother. Your boy the alien says I saw that Jason Statham was going to play Pete Wisdom. Any truth to that? Oh, interesting. I have to look that up. I'll look that up for you, and hopefully I can find some news, and we'll do it on next week's show. I like Jason Statham, man. He's a badass action actor. You know, at first, his first decade, I feel like he was a little shaky in his acting, but now the dude is he's really good, really good.
Oh, he's solid, yeah.
And then of course, Awesome Sauce Adam says Jim Lee goodness. All right. Thank you, Adam. Appreciate all the comments, everybody. Thank you guys so much. Let's move on to number 3. We're looking at Venom, First Host, issue number 3 of I think 5. There's 5 issues, specifically in the second print edition in a CGC 9/8. So we're looking at Venom First Host number 3, second print from the 2018 miniseries, number 3 of 5, CGC 9/8, near mint low print run. As you guys know, this is your first appearance of Sleeper, and is on the cover of the second printing. Now, so you guys know, from what I understand, this is not the first cover appearance of Sleeper. He's just first appearance in the gut, and then he appears on the cover, which is great for us speculators and collectors. I believe he makes his first appearance on the cover in issue 4. I think it came out a week before. So, yeah. We're looking at this time last year, 2023, April 2023, multiple sales. Average fair market value was $205 US for this book. Now we're looking at a year later, average fair market value is $147 US, down 31%. So first question is let's just say 5,000 out there, right? 5,000 out there. I don't see this book in the wild. Do you ever see it in the wild? I see it online, but I never see it in the wild.
Weren't they popping up in like Walmart packs? I want to say.
Okay, I could see that. I didn't know that.
But... Yeah, I want to say they started showing up in Walmart packs when everyone was going crazy for that. But I mean, your chances of hitting a 9/8 from a Walmart pack, not very good. Yeah. Just because they all shrink wrap all of them, and none of the books are in bags and boards.
Yeah, the chances you pulling a 9/8 out of a DC or Marvel Walmart pack is very rare, slim and none, and Slim just left town. It's I like the character. I think at least me personally, if you're speculating on Dylan Brock long term, you need to be speculating on Sleeper. Obviously than Venom, because in the source material or the comics, as we say, he becomes Venom, which is the home run. But Sleeper was awesome. I thought he was awesome in that Donny Cates run. I thought he was incredible. The fact that he continues turning into a cat, I thought that was really cool. And he's a badass looking symbiote too. I love the 4 eyes. So, all right, let's move on. Number 2. Ooh, some more A versus X. We have Avengers, issue number 53, volume 1, specifically in a CGC 9/6. This is your first XMen versus Avengers meeting / battle in Avengers title. We're looking at a 12-month average, January 2023, just after Christmas of 2023. Average fair market value for a 9/6 of this vintage 12-cent Silver Age comic, $1,167. We go here, a few months later, but 90-day average down 48%, $603 US. Let's go over that again. January 2023 throughout December 2023, average fair market value $1,167, and now down 48%, $603. I'm a buyer here. I'm a buyer.
That's a no-brainer. Buyer. A
9/6 too. And I feel like for this kind of book, not only, not take away the spec value or whatever, just this type of book, vintage,
That age and condition. There's no way you can beat that. Like
and $600, and that seems like a steal to me. I don't know. Am I
yeah,
crazy?
it's because it wasn't white pages, man.
Oh,
I'm just joking. I have no idea, but
yeah, I like this. I've always liked this book. I think that I think if you're gonna focus on A versus X speculation investment wise, Avengers versus X-Men, I really think you need to have X-Men 9 and Avengers 53. Like we say, buy them all, but that's set together, right?
Well, yeah, that makes more sense versus like an overprinted A versus X mini series or whatever, 12 issue series.
The modern comics, yeah.
Yeah, like I'd much rather put my money into this than that. Like especially like at a price tag of like $600, like that's very attractive looking.
Yeah, I agree. All right, we are towards the end of the show. We're going to go ahead and go over our last book, the #1 book on Buy the Dip, which is coming now. But make sure you stick around. We're going to do a raffle for the we're going to do the Earth X, the Marvel preview, or not Marvel. I'm sorry, Wizard preview. So it has like the first preview or sketch appearance, or whatever. And then we're going to do a copy of Earth X number 12. As you can see, I paid $3 for it, but you might be able to flip it and make 30, 40 or whatever. So, nice. All right, let's move on. Book #1 for Buy the Dip, episode number 17.1. I want to thank you guys. I appreciate you guys. #1, we are looking at Marvel Sum. This is issue number 4, the 1 in 25 Johnson. Couple of reasons I put this on the list, but let's go over the numbers here. So Marvel Sum number 4, the Miss Marvel variant by Mr. Johnson, the 1 in 25 is the 1 in 25 incentive, 2016 miniseries of 4 issues. I think it's 4, maybe 5. Marvel Comics raw. We're looking at raw copies, VF near mint or better. Okay, so I'm looking at any secondary market. I looked on every marketplace. Anytime a seller listed it as 9.0 or better, that's the numbers I'm looking at here. So we're looking at March of 2023 throughout June of 2023. Average fair market value of this ghost book, super hard to find, $250 US raw. Okay. Not a lot of sales, but a recent sale. And I hope you guys, if you're in the market, maybe you can use this content as negotiating power. Maybe not. Who knows? But the same book, April, fair market value of this year, fair market value now $51, down 80%.
Wow.
First off, if I can get a seller to give me a 9.0 copy or better for $51, I'm gonna, I don't know.
Yeah.
I'll be happy.
Yeah. My assumption at a $51 price tag, someone just like had a collection of books and then they just listed it all on eBay for $1 and see where it went.
Right.
That would be my guess. Or they couldn't find any sales data on it at all within the last like 90 days. So then they just kind of like made up a price.
Well, there was 2 sales over the last 30, and then 3 total over the 90. And one was an auction, 2 were buy it now, Banner BOs that I got off Terapeak. So yeah, I thought this was pretty interesting. I wanted to bring this to the forefront because I know a lot of you guys have been hunting this book for a very long time. I know I have. At one point, when I was in Flipside, it was like March or April, May of 2020. I was on Mile High's website, Aaron, and this book was on there. Some for the Johnson variant, and they had near mint, very fine, VG, and good. And the near mint said $48. The very fine said $32, and I used that 50% off coupon. So I go and I order it, and I didn't check my confirmation email. So I get the book back, and it ends up being cover A of this book. I was so mad. I went back and looked, and I messed up. I clicked on the cover A. The 1 in 25 was the expensive one that was out, and I must have did it really fast, and I got really excited. So, yeah, I was pretty bummed about that. But you like this book, Aaron?
I've never seen it. I mean, I'm familiar with it, but yeah, I mean, I like the some covers and stuff like that. I feel like it didn't really get its time to shine,
Right.
since there's quite a few. But who knows with this market if like if the anime crowd like starts, getting into comics because of like some of the efforts they're putting in now, I could see this like picking up steam.
Yeah, it's a good point. All right, that's it. That's Buy the Dip episode 17.1. Thank you guys. We're gonna do pickups and the raffle right now. Let's do the raffle right now, Aaron. What do you think?
All right. Let's see. So all you had to do was participate in chat. Oops, wrong thing. Let's see. Share screen. Giveaway tool. So, yeah. All right. So if you just participate in the live chat, you are already entered. And I'm going to go ahead and draw the names so no one tries to sneak in at the last second, even though there's 34 people watching live and only 22 entries. But good luck, everyone. Let's see if y'all win.
Good luck, everyone. Thank you for getting us to 900. Nova J. All right. Congratulations, brother. All right. So you're going to get the Earth X Wizard Marvel Comics Special Edition. And then you're going to get the Earth X issue number 12 with Shalabal as Silver Surfer. Sorry, my camera must be mirrored or something. I'll send those over to you. Just give me like a week, maybe 2 at the most. But I'll make sure you DM me on IG or Aaron if you're not following me. Make sure you DM Aaron and make sure you give us your address and stuff. And I'm going to put something extra in there as well. I typically do that. I didn't do it on the last one because the giveaways were pretty expensive. But yeah, so yeah, congratulations. I appreciate you doing that, Aaron. You're a good man. And let's move you over here and do some pickups.
Oh, do I have anything? I think I showed those already. Oh, I know what I can show. So I showed on Saturday night, but I don't know if I showed you, Richie. So I've been chasing after shoes every so often, and so I picked up the Kobe 8s.
This is so you actually got them.
These are the Venice editions.
Nice.
So they dropped on the sneaker app last Saturday, right? I had them in hand on Saturday.
How?
I know people.
Oh my god!
No, I'm just joking. There's a shoe store in Rice Village near where I work. That they get sneaker drops. Like they're part of that system, and so like when those shoes release on the app, they actually get it in store that day. They have it in store that day.
Oh wow!
And so they do a drawing before the Nike app does it. So I was trying to double dip and like enter into their raffle. And then like I entered it in on Friday, and then I was going to enter in on Saturday morning too on the Nike app. Well, I got one of the pairs I was actually looking for, like, because they dropped 3 different shoes, right? And then I missed a drop online, but then I found out Friday night after work that I got picked for this raffle. So
Lord Brooks says YeeZeeYee has joined Josh's cabal on the sneaker side. Is that international comic, Josh?
Yeah, because he was going big on shoes for a minute. But I mean, like, I don't know. I thought these looked pretty cool. Like, it's gonna be perfect for summer shoes and stuff like that. So even if I don't sell them, like, I'll probably end up wearing them. So
what are they going for right now in the secondary?
Like, they cost like $200, and they're going for like 250, 260 online, so not flipping for much. So
Yeah, you're gonna wear those for sure. I'll see you there, San Diego, with those things on.
yeah, I mean, like, I like the Kobe 8 models of shoes, anyways. But yeah,
Cool.
so, yeah.
All right, let's do me, and then I'll get you guys out of here. So, if you guys don't know, we do a show on Friday. It's called the Hot 10. Most of you guys already know. We have 4 lists. We do a short by the dip list. We do another list called Well and Blow, and then we do almost 10, of course, the Hot 10. And this was on the almost 10. Well, first it was on Well and Blow, and then it hit the almost 10. It hit the Hot 10, right? It was on Woe and Blow. It was on Woe. He had it on Woe.
I think it was on the let me double check, but I think it was on the almost 10.
I thought it was like really high in the Hot 10. And I was like, what? Just to let you guys know, this is A1 issue number 5. There's no variant. Well, there might be a variant, but this isn't the variant. And this looks like a trade paperback, but it's pretty sick. And I love black and white guts. So cool. Really good art. I got this for $2.50 from my comic shop. I also got this. This was $6, and I got a COA on the back of it. It's a Dynamic Forces exclusive alternate cover for Earth X number 13, where we get a longer look of Shalabal as Silver Surfer, and it's a really sweet Alex Ross Galactus cover. This is cover B, Dynamic Forces. These were $2.50. Why you just gave one away. And shout out to my man Topher. If you guys aren't checking out his article, he has an article on comicbookinvest.com called True First, and he also does True First postings on IG. Make sure you follow Topher, Comic Book True First, and there's underscores in between it. But when all that Shalabal stuff was going around 2 weeks ago on Wednesday, he hit big leg up, and he's like, yo, I would get on these. Leg told us immediately. I imagine Topher was like, yeah, share it with the boys. And I went to my comic shop and grabbed 2 of these. These were like, I think they're like $4 a piece. They grade them as mid-grade, but I looked them over, and these things are, I mean, I could sell them right now as 9Ls. A press is going to do these things wonders. One might have a 9.6 to 9.8 ability. So got these 2. This is first appearance of another female Silver Surfer. Yeah, it's just a what if. And then let's see here. I got some Jim Comics Spec. Shout out to Jim's Comics. Jim's Comics, man, I love you, bro. When you come back to YouTube, I love your videos. So good for the community. I love watching your stuff, your content. I hope you come back soon. He does post on IG, and he gave us some Blade Spec, so a new character in there. So pretty cool. And then let's see. When it comes to cards, I just broke 3. I broke a jumbo box. I broke a Stadium Club Blaster, and I broke 3 mega box Prism basketball mega boxes. And if you haven't seen the video, make sure you guys watch the video. But if you just you're not a card person, you don't want to watch those videos, and you want me just to cut to the chase, I pulled it. I pulled a Victor Wembanyama parallel, the actual rookie card parallel from Prism. I don't like pink. I'm not a big fan, but I really like the pink cracked ice. Before I purchased any of these, I was saying, wow, the pink cracked ice actually looks slick on these. And I was really happy. And when I thought there was a $100 card, and it was a $350 card. What were you saying?
Well, now you got to pull the Aqua.
Yeah, that's the one I wanted, numbered to 225. Like, I think those are actually numbered down to 35 too. You can get them in 35.
Well, because I thought there was a exclusive Aqua cracked ice.
Yeah, that's it. It starts at 225 and it's numbered down to 35. So you can get it says Aqua. It's the same thing as the cracked ice, but it looks like Bowman Sapphire. It's like Aqua, right?
Right.
And it's either numbered to 225, but it says on the back of the box 225 to 35. So it must be something else they put on there, not the same parallel. And then now the Stadium Club blaster box, it was just one blaster box. I pulled a case hit, Adley Rushman rookie card. It's a parallel. It's a 1975. It's called a photographer's proof. And it has this. At first, when I saw the picture, I was like, oh, that's a variation for sure. Right? Wearing the chain, the O chain. He just hit a home run. And that's the actual base picture. But then I've noticed this right here. So this is the 1975 logo, and these are one per case. And they do all the players in the set. And to get, arguably the top two player out of there is pretty lucky. So I was pretty happy about that. I opened some blaster boxes for Revolution Basketball. Here are the retail exclusives. The red swirl. I got an Eamon Thompson, one of the twins. I also pulled a rookie Revolution of Victor Wembanyama of those. And this beautiful GG Jacks. I called him GG Allen the other day on the video like an idiot. Two opposites, but GG Allen, this is the Astro parallel. That thing's sick. Look at, he's doing the flight, Michael Jordan flight, homage dunk, and it's got the stars on it. That's a sick parallel. He's a really good player.
I thought he was doing the GG Allen taking a dump on stage.
Or eating his own crap, or doing weird stuff. Also pulled this baby right here. Nothing special. The players, Joe Ryan, he's I would say he's top tier, almost elite pitcher. Third year card, but this is actually let's see, 22, 20, third year card. But this is the actual Minnesota Twins logo parallel, SSP case hit. Pretty cool. And this was my auto. It's one of my favorite players, top 3 favorite players. Mookie Betts, my number 1. Ohtani, number 2. Will Smith, number 3. And I finally got his auto. Never had his auto. Finally got it. Very happy about that. And so I got some other stuff too, but we can save it for another time. Just wanted to go ahead and share that out with you guys.
Who are my top 3 baseball players currently right now? I know Jordan's up there in the top 3.
He's good. He's gonna be better. He's gonna have better numbers than Big Papi.
Yeah,
if he stays healthy.
I'm trying to think of who else would be up there.
Got to be Altuve, right? I mean, he's like
I do like Altuve,
greatest hitters ever.
I would say he's like a top 5 player for me.
Yeah.
I'll have to think about it a little bit longer.
I like Pena. He's playing really well right now.
Pena, I do like Pena.
Chas McCormick, he's solid.
Julio Rodriguez too as well. I do like him.
Is he?
I mean, I don't know if he's doing it better. Ask for.
Oh, you're talking about Seattle.
Yeah.
I was talking about Astros. But...
Yeah. Oh no, I'm just talking about it in general. Well, is Mookie still on Dodgers?
Yeah, of course.
Okay,
dude, look at the leadoff hitter is the Dodgers.
Yeah.
Second is Ohtani. Third is Freddie Freeman. Fourth is freaking Will Smith. Fifth is Teoscar Hernandez. Sixth is Max Muncy. Dude, they are freaking stacked.
Who wants to pitch against that lineup?
Dude, in DraftKings, every single DraftKings lineup I've been putting, I haven't been winning lately because they've been slumping, but I've been putting Mookie, Ohtani, Freeman, Smith, and then I just go the rest. I try to look for like cheap salaries. I have to explain how it works, but the second game I ended up finishing third, and there was like almost 17,000 people in the contest. I only won like $200, but if I would have finished first, I would have won 20 grand, or not 20 grand, $2 grand. So Max City says Houston is disappointed in you, YeeZeeYee. Okay, Max City, what up, Mac?
It happens. It's Houston. You should know better. The city loves you 1 minute, the city will turn his back on you on the next. Just saying.
Hey, you guys, make sure you subscribe to our channel. Double click that notification bell to also don't miss any content forthwith, cards and comics. We're also going to do some dry clean and pressing stuff, some shorts. And Aaron and I are working on some other stuff too. Make sure you like and leave us a comment. What's up, Aaron?
Okay, leave a comment after this broadcast ends. And let me know if I should give away a card or a comic. And then depending on what has more, that's what I'll show at the beginning of the show next week. And then we'll do I'll have the wheel ready too.
Dude, it's gonna be like 90% comic, bro.
I
Why
think
don't you just give away the comic? I'll give away the card. All right.
Either or, it doesn't really matter. I was just trying to get more audience participation by saying one or the other. And then by saying that also you're entered into whatever I give away. So
make sure you guys are using Gemini Comic Supply. They have slab mailers too, and they work really well. I actually just got a really nice feedback from an eBay customer about the slab mailer. It was the first one I sent out. I wanted to know what he thought, and he gave me some really good feedback. Make sure you use the code Popcorn99. You'll get 10% off your next purchase. And there's a bonus code, SSP99, like super short print. You'll get an additional 10% off the following order. And feel free to let your friends use the codes. I'm not sure if you can just use them once or you can continue using them. But if you can only use them once, then use that bonus code SSP99. So, all right. Anything else, Aaron, you wanted to add?
Have a good week. And I'll be on Beyond Wednesday tomorrow.
Take care, everyone.